viewers, getting pictures coming in right now. That is Prime Minister Modi that you can see on your screens. And the Prime Minister Modi is just leaving. Pictures coming in right now on Republic TV of the Prime Minister as he is leaving for a 5-nation tour. That is right, PM Modi leaving for a 5-nation tour very shortly. And as he leaves, we have cut across to his pictures. PM Modi's 5-nation tour will be focusing on defense cooperation, Africa outreach and multilaterals. He's visiting Ghana, Trinidad and Tobago, Argentina, Brazil and Namibia. This is going to be from July 2nd to 9th. He's also participating in the BRICS summit while in Brazil. We can expect many talks on the agenda, such as defense, rare earth minerals, cooperation on counter-terror and South-South cooperation will be one of the focus areas during Prime Minister Modi's 5-nation tour covering Ghana, Trinidad and Tobago, Argentina, Brazil and Namibia. And we can also expect that while he's in Brazil, we can expect more talks, especially around defense cooperation production, as Brazil has displayed interest in technology for more secure communication, and India's Akash surface-to-air missile system that was used during Operation Sindoor. So, extremely important visit which is coming in of the Prime Minister. He will also be in Argentina, like we said. He will mark the first full-fledged meeting between him and the Argentina's president. Two leaders met earlier on the sidelines with the multilateral events: defense, rare earth minerals, agriculture, traditional and renewable energy, and trade and investment are expected to feature in the India-Argentina talks this time around. But right now he will immediately leave for Ghana. So the first nation on the list is Ghana. PM Modi's first stop is Ghana, where he will be hosted today and tomorrow, and then he will go to Trinidad and Tobago on July 3rd and 4th, which will be followed by his visit to Argentina, and the last stop in his tour will be in Namibia, where he will pay tribute to the decolonization icon Sam Nujoma, who passed away on February 8th. So viewers, those pictures coming in right now on Republic TV as Prime Minister Modi is on his way for that 5-nation tour. So 5-nation tour, 8 days. PM Modi will embark on longest diplomatic tour in 10 years. Starting his 5-nation tour today. The tour will begin from Ghana, which will mark the Prime Minister's longest diplomatic visit in nearly 10 years. The tour starts with Ghana, then from Ghana, the Prime Minister will head to the Caribbean nation of Trinidad and Tobago and then to Argentina. And from Argentina, PM Modi will then leave for Brazil to attend the 17th BRICS summit, and then Namibia for the final leg of the four. And starting off with the agenda for every nation, when we talk about Ghana, PM's visit to Ghana will be his first since assuming office 10 years ago. And this visit also marks the first by an Indian Prime Minister in 30 years. In Ghana, the Prime Minister will back the creation of a vaccine hub, after which PM Modi will also address the Ghanaian Parliament. Then he will go next to the Caribbean country of Trinidad and Tobago, which comes on the invitation of the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. PM Modi's visit will mark the first visit by an Indian Prime Minister in 25 years. And during his visit, the Prime Minister will also address a joint session of the Parliament. Then next is Argentina. In his third stop of the tour, the Prime Minister will visit Argentina. Then he'll meet the President. The two leaders will hold bilateral talks and ways to strengthen the ongoing collaboration in defense, agriculture, mining, oil and gas, renewable energy, trade and investment. And then next would be Brazil. So after Argentina, the Prime Minister will head to Brazil. This will be very important because this is for the BRICS 2025 summit. This visit will also mark the 4th time PM Modi has visited Brazil. All right, let's go straight across to my colleague, our senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, joining us on the phone line. Abhishek, PM Modi kickstarts his five-nation visit. And I was just telling our viewers about the key focus areas. If you could just take our viewers through why this five-nation visit is significant and what can we expect next?
Significant for the nations that Prime Minister is going to. Many of them first time like this. Ghana Prime Minister is going to be having a state visit of sorts both in Ghana and Namibia, where he would be addressing their parliaments. Prime Minister, of course, is participating in the BRICS summit in Brazil, where again he is also having a state visit immediately after that. So after the BRICS summit in Rio de Janeiro, he is going to be going to Brasilia and all of the 3 days in Brazil. And then, of course, a very important visit to Argentina with the first meeting between Prime Minister and Javier Milei, the leader credited with turning around Argentina after almost 3 decades of economic mess. And a conservative leader at that. So I think between Ghana, Trinidad and Tobago, Brazil, Argentina, and Namibia, it's a tour of the global south, and India has effectively taken over the leadership of global south since the G20 summit in 2023 in New Delhi, and this is going to be having a lot of trade-related discussions in all these nations. In fact, there is this time a very special focus on India's defense equipment, particularly air defense systems like the Akash, and Brazil has shown interest in buying some of them, including C-295 aircrafts, which are now being manufactured in India, and the first ones are to be delivered sometime end of 2026. So I think this is a very significant visit for diplomacy, for trade, Shivangi, and the fact that the BRICS summit is happening at a time in the immediate aftermath of Operation Sindoor, Pahalgam terror attack, and of course the ongoing situation in Europe and the Middle East. Essentially an economic grouping, but it has an overlay of geopolitics. India is going to impress upon all these nations why it is important to not have double standards on terror. So economics, trade, defense partnerships, and geopolitics taken together, the fact that all these nations are in global south, the fact that many of these nations' prime minister is visiting for the first time, the fact that they are laying red carpets, so to say, clubbing that with their state visits and making it a state visit for the Prime Minister. We have seen some pictures coming in of the kind of excitement that's there. Also the fact that, for example, in Trinidad and Tobago, almost 50% of the population is of Indian origin. And in fact, in the case of Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister's visit is coinciding with 180th anniversary of Indian community reaching there in the Caribbean and as indentured labor at that time. And now, in fact, both the Prime Minister and President of Trinidad and Tobago are of Indian origin. Both are women and both have been bestowed with the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman. And they are looking forward to the Prime Minister visit the Indian community, both in Trinidad and Tobago and Ghana and even Namibia. They are looking forward to Prime Minister and to hear him. So I think in that sense, it's a very significant, all-encompassing visit. And this is perhaps the longest visit of Prime Minister since 2014. He's going to be out for about 9 days. And by the time he's back, he would have covered 5 nations in 2 continents with a major diplomatic push for India's presence in these geographies, Southern Africa and Southern America.
Yes, Abhishek, thank you for getting those details for our viewers. And it's very, very important. This visit is very important. Like Abhishek is telling us, this is a 5-nation tour that PM Modi has just left for in 8 days. And this becomes PM Modi's longest diplomatic tour in 10 years. Okay, let's move.